So we got a nice Mirage taxiing out. This is TaktLwG 66 from Germany. They've got a Mirage up on the runway, and we've got Phoenix Task Force loading up as well. Let me get that up on the second screen here. And there we go. The liveries are definitely changing. All right, guys, I'm going to go into a side-by-side view here. A little bit of desync of that Mirage. And we'll just watch them taxi out. And we'll do the same thing with the Phoenix Task Force team. There's one of their F-16s. Has a couple of
I like the
F-16s.
Mirage skin.
The Mirage skin is that fractured Arctic look.
Yeah.
Very nice
kind
looking.
Of Arctic, splinter, modern, digital altogether.
Indeed.
It looks good. Looks good. Also,
Very clean. Very clean. So, you know what? Let's take a look at it a little closer. All right. So the TaktLwG 66 apparently have pilots that are nuclear. These pilots have nuclear stickers on their just underneath their cockpits, or maybe they are powered by nuclear fuel because it's right underneath the probe. We got that angry eagle. Now, is it me or are they all taxiing out without weapons?
yeah, probably because I mean F-16 I can understand because when they need to refuel, then they need to drop tanks first, and it takes time. So they tend to just taxi without armaments and then do rearm the last moment.
Get the Gamma as close as I possibly can here. Alright, so PTF is loading up. They're putting in a whole bunch of tanks on their planes while these two Mirages are taxiing out. So let's talk about the Tacview, guys. We are real-time connected right now, and I'm going to switch over to the Tacview view and zoom in right down here. So this is Tacview Advanced, and Tacview is essential if you want to figure out what happens in DCS, because Tacview gives you a lot more information compared to what you're going to get out of just watching your F10 window. So right here we can see in Tacview all the aircraft that are on the ground. We can pull up their data, and if you haven't used Tacview, it's actually pretty awesome. You can control click on two aircraft and measure the distance between them and angles. You can load up different textures. I went for the high contrast here just because it's easier to see the planes. And we can see all the 6 aircraft that PTF will be fielding. So they've got 2 16s, they've got 2 F-18s here, as well as 2 JF-17s. And so they're doing their taxi out. And I'm not sure if I've got a Tacview. There we go. Look at that. I've got a double screen plus a Tacview, guys. Unfortunately, it's not scaling quite to the size that I want it to be. Maybe there we go. That's a little better. So the other nice thing you can do in Tacview is if you have Tacview Advanced, which I've got here, you can real-time connect to a server. So what you're actually seeing here is the real-time server information, and it's coming through onto Tacview, and I can at any moment pause and take an assessment of the situation, zoom in on any aircraft, see what they're doing, and then of course I can hit resume and fast forward to get us back to real time. So this is the beauty of Tacview. And just in case you're wondering how far our faithful aircraft have to travel, here's Bullseye, and they've got 108 kilometers from the Anapa airfield, and from the other side, the tactical team 66 has to fly Another 100 miles. Oh, sorry, another 100 kilometers to their bullseye.
Should be the same.
Very close, yeah.
Yeah. One other good thing with the Tacview is that you see the battlefield actually in three-dimensional, what you cannot do in the map in DCS. So you see everything 2D there, and here you have kind of 3D.
Absolutely. And that makes a huge difference. You can really see what's happening all around these aircraft. So I'm going to lock in. Let's jump out of Tacview. I'll go side by side here. For those who are wondering, I do feel like a bit of an octopus because I have to keep on clicking on different views here. And it's been a little while. I promise the next stream is going to be smoother. But for now, let me see if I can position the two shots here. Get some nice, nice angles on our aircraft here.
We should look at the PTF side as they're blue, right?
Absolutely,
And
let's bring them up.
they gonna collect those formation flights or formation takeoff points. So
let's take a peek at PTF. So we've got a couple of guys who are still on the runway. They're still taxiing. They're just getting their combat order in order. Okay, there we go. A couple of 18s taking shortcuts. So let's take a look here. From the 4 aircraft.
One thing with...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Benet.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that two of their aircraft have to have no missiles and only bombs. And I'm guessing it's not the 18s, since the 18s have AIM-9s on them.
So it's practically 6v4. The aggressors are blue and have 4 air-to-air fighters and 2 air-to-ground bombers. The other side has only 4 air-to-air fighters.
And they're limited to Fox 2 missiles only, so it's the same total number of air-to-air missiles and air-to-air aircraft on both red and blue, except blue has 2 extra guys with bombs and guns only.
And guns, exactly.
So I'm just looking at the weapon loadouts on the red side, and their weapons look valid. I see 2 R-73s on Brainiac, who is flying a J-11. I see 2 AIM-9s on the F-16 flown by Red Button. And of course the 2 Mirages are both carrying the, I believe it's the 550 if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a Mirage pilot. I believe it's the 550, right? And let's get over to the Phoenix Task Force side. See what's happening there. We've got some folded wings going on the F-18s. They're definitely doing the flex. And they're back taxiing. So I think there's a bit of a change in the order of the aircraft that's happening here. They're repositioning their planes. I am an air boss, so I have to take a look.
One special thing about this match is that in the both rounds, the both teams fly the same ATO, so the same mission. So we have a direct comparison of the performance of the 2 teams.
That's a very good point, because in many cases you'll fly dissimilar air tasking orders. So you may be flying a PvP type flight versus here it's a PvP and air to ground. And you're absolutely right. It's exactly the same.
I think we're gonna see that one more time in the next matches. So it's gonna happen 2 times in the group stage.
These cameras locked in here. All right, so we've got a set of cameras locked onto G66. They are chilling. There's some ballet going on here in the PTF world. Not quite sure what's going on.
I think some took the second last taxiway and some the last one, so the order was a little bit mixed.
Now, who are their bombers? I believe their bombers are their F-16s in the back here. And that's Viper and Gory.
Yep. I
There
see
they
Mark
are.
82s, I think.
Yep, those are definitely Mark 82s. I'm not seeing any targeting pods because they'll have to actually die.
You don't need it.
Old school style, right?
Yeah. Luckily, you don't need any targeting pod. It's going to be CCIP. You're going to dive down 45 degrees and then find a target visually and then drop the
Drop it
bombs.
on target. All right, so we are waiting, still standing by. Let me do a weapons check. I see two Mark 82s on the Phoenix Task Force. Let me step through their planes. I see two AIM-9s on each of the F-18s. And PL-5 on the JF-17s. Think we're looking good?
Yeah, I believe you're going to see a nice ACM today as the terrain is quite flat, sunny, partly cloudy, and yeah, the site as well. So I'm excited.
All right, I'm typing into the chat that fights on. 3, 2, 1, fights on. Hopefully PTF is ready. There we go. There's the JF-17 spinning up their engines. And the Mirages, and off they go. And if I miss anything here, we'll have to rewind and see what happens, guys. That's what Tacview's for.
Was that a formation landing? Formation takeoff, sorry.
Yep, the first two aircraft definitely took off in a two-ship formation. That looks pretty valid to me. Let's watch their strikers. Now, their bombing aircraft are staying back. They're not rushing in. They're chilling out. And for the sake of simplicity, everybody, I'm going to go to... let's see if I can get a... primary secondary view going here, guys. I don't know if I can pull that off. Let me give that a go. You know what, just for the simplicity's sake, I'm gonna go single screen here, as much as I love having multiple screens and multiple views. Let's just focus for a sec. And here's the PTF strikers taking off. There was a considerable delay in the takeoff of the F-16s with the bombs. They've got a lot of fuel. They do have asymmetric fuel loadouts. Yep. One's got 3 tanks, one's got 1 tank, which is pretty interesting.
And it looked like a valid formation takeoff.
Very clean.
Even though they can collect it only once per round.
They're taking all the formation takeoff points that they can possibly take. Let's take a look how we're looking here with our ingress. So there's our bullseye, and the aircraft are on their way. We've got 2 JF-17s in lead on the PTF side. They're climbing high, going up to 8,000, 9,000. They're going up to 30 and past that. In trail, they've got a couple of F-18s. The F-18s are burning. Not too much, though. No, they're not an afterburner. They're kind of chilling out back here. Got a Top Gun livery on one of them, and they're just passing 7,500 meters. That's about 25,000 feet. But they're definitely climbing. Now their bombers are vectoring off to the north, and guys, please don't stream snipe. There's a bit of a delay, but please don't stream snipe. Oh, the letters is under the PTF logo as well. Oh no. How could that be? Oh, I see it. I see what you're saying. Let's get rid of that. That and that. There we go. Move them around. Good spot, Zell. All right. So they're passing Kremsk. The aircraft are about halfway to Bullseye. But these are not the strikers. The strikers are flanking off through the north. We've got 60 kilometers for, a little bit less than 50 kilometers for PTF. And TaktLwG66 is inbound fast as well. Take a look at their speeds. They're doing 1,400 kilometers an hour. They're burning fast. As for PTF, they're a little bit slower, 1,300, but they're still pretty quick. They're pushing those JF-17s as much as they possibly can to get there quick. Let's get rid of all the excess information. I think the F-16s are definitely going to get there first. And where are they? They're just past 30,000 feet. F-16s are a little bit lower. F-16s are within their power band, and by that, the F-16s are at 6,900 meters, so about 21,000 feet, 22,000 feet. This is where these planes are the fastest. They got to drop those tanks, I think. Right above them, they've got the Mirages. The Mirage power band, way up here. They're doing really well, going really fast, but that's why they're higher up. The efficiency of each aircraft's engine is important. Alright, looks like Lucky is starting to veer off to the south, while Anaconda and the two other F-18s are heading straight for Bulls.
So Red is already in the bubble.
And they're just about to fly over these tanks. Alright guys, we're going to jump to Tacview, and unfortunately I can't pan this around. Alright, tanks are being dropped from the aircraft. And I'm going to go to a single screen here. We're going to get right into the competition here. So we've got a champagne presentation. JF-17, F-18 are going head-on. And one JF-17 is vectored off to the south. He's flanking. And one F-18 is breaking off to the north. The 16s with the bombs are still a ways back. They still got some time to get here. They're 45 kilometers away, so that's about 20 miles. So our first engagement is likely to be Rudy in a Mirage 2000. Let's take a look what he's going to do here. Remember, there is no AWACS here. Okay, Rudy's picked up a target. Fox 2. Missed. Rudy's engaged. There's more launches. Oh, is this a friendly fire shot? No, 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 Rudy. There is just a mess of fights going on here, guys. Missiles are being launched in every direction. I don't see any hits here. Try to think of who to watch. Red button just had a splash.
We have a kill over there. Yeah, red button.
Alright, looks like we got... I'm going to stick with Da Vinci here. He's on a JF-17's tail.
Oh! Was that a friendly kill?
We'll go back and do a Tacview review
We got
of all
a friendly
those.
kill. Yeah. Brainiac took down OTP Rudy.
There's a missile, and
fire.
Rudy and Da Vinci is down from the red side as well. Just got splashed.
Okay, so we have a 4v1.
All right, Viper, red button, he's still alive. He is going up against Viper. Currently, there's only a single red team remaining. PTF came in hard and fast. Viper is merged. It's an F-16 versus F-16. Loctite merges there, and this is Viper going against Red Button. So we're locked onto Red Button. I'm going to look around and see what happens here. Hopefully there's comms happening. There's 3 aircraft all converging on this fight right now, guys.
Red Button needs to drop those tanks.
Red Button is gone.
It's hard to just dogfight with 3 external tanks, even though they're empty.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that was definitely crazy. We're going to go down to split screen. So currently there are no aircraft remaining from the red side. PTF has cleared the airspace, and their bombers are free to come in and do some damage. I'm going to put this tank view up.
They have all the time they need.
Yeah, they can just come in, and so here's our 2 tanks, guys. And I'm going to put the bombers on the second screen. So you've got one of the bombers here. We're going to lock it in and watch the show. Now we can just watch some precision bombing. And here's the 2 tanks, guys. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Who do we have here? I believe Gory is going in for a run. Quick, where's Gory? I need to switch over to him real quick to see these bombs hit.
Yeah, Gory is closer.
There we go.
And
Gory's going
Viper
for his
is
run.
Following.
I didn't see any pickling. Where's the pickling? Gory?
Not yet. Not yet. Needs to dive first.
No, I had Gory on the screen, and he just flew by the target. He did not drop any bombs.
He's going down.
He's just chilling out. Okay, let's take a look at Viper, see what Viper's up to. Okay, Viper. This is a very unusual way of attacking ground targets. Over the top, inverted. Okay.
High angle?
Very high angle. Well, not anymore. This is looking actually pretty good right now. So it looks like he's going for the tank that is closest.
For me, a little bit too fast. It's over 500 knots.
Boom! Shacked.
Wow.
Great hit. All right, let's switch over to Gory. All right, guys, welcome to the United Bombing Competition, where there are no guys attacking you, and all you're doing is just enjoying the bombing views.
Well, those tanks can actually attack the bombers. You see, they're turning their artillery towards the bomber.
Oh yeah, there you go. The KPVT.
They can get you down with the guns.
Yeah, I think it's a 12.7 millimeter. Anybody who's a tanker here, guys?
Yeah, kind of.
Is it a 12.7 or a 7? It's not, definitely not 7.62. All right, is there bombs out from Gory? I heard a sonic boom.
No drop.
No drop. All right. Well, let's take a look at Viper again, Mr. Viper. Oh, here comes Viper. Very close.
Wow.
That tank's in trouble. Great shot, Viper. Is Gory going to come back and put another bomb on the target? I'm almost tempted to jump in the chat and let
Well,
him know
they
that.
don't need to.
I know. Just to make it even prettier.
Yeah. Yeah, mission accomplished.
Now they just have to get back home. So, you know what? Let's jump over into Tacview and watch these airplanes, see how the map looks like.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was exciting.
One of them is already on the half of the way.
Oh yeah, Monger speak.
While the JF-17s are waiting for the Vipers to join up, probably for mission flight back. I don't know if F-18 had an issue. Why did he or she decided to go back earlier? Burning, so probably has no fuel issue. Well,
yeah, so they're forming up. Monger Speed is just coming back to make sure he gets the landing points. I believe that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think PTF only lost 1 aircraft.
PTF lost 1 aircraft, correct.
The exchange
One
rate
of the
here was...
fighters.
That's right. And the bombers did a very smart move flanking around. So you know what? Let me get rid of the labels. And again,
Hmm.
magic of Tacview. And we are promoting Tacview here because they are one of the sponsors. I'm using my radio voice here. Hello, and so guys, let's take a look at Tacview while the teams are RTBing back, and see what happened in this mission. So initially, we've got, and Banana, hopefully you can see my screen. Still, let me know if you can.
Yeah, the screen is up.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the tack view. So I rebounded to the ingress. So looking over the top here, one of the JF-17s came in for the center and then vectored off to the south. The entire red force of Tactical Team 66 basically kept pressing, and an F-18 also pulled off to the north. The 16s are in the back, very tight formation. And remember, there is no AWACS here, so you really have to communicate and tell each other what's going on. So let's see what we've had here in this merge. So here's the initial merge. We had Anaconda up high, and he just merged with Rudy, I believe it was, and Rudy's missile went up into space. Follow-up missile from Da Vinci also missed Anaconda. Anaconda was very lucky there. That was two very solid shots on him.
Definitely.
Actually, no, hang on. There's a third shot. There's an R-73 from a J-11 from Brainiac. Okay, Anaconda has plot armor. That was awesome work, Anaconda. Let's stick to that engagement here first. So Anaconda went over the top. Da Vinci picked him up. Anaconda goes into a dive, and then Da Vinci sends a 550 right in the back. Again, it misses. And now Da Vinci's out of missiles here. And he sticks on Anaconda. Now, do you remember who died? Okay, there we go. We'll switch to whoever dies first here. So I think this is our first loss, and this is PTF Roto. AIM 9M gets launched on him, and it misses. And a second AIM 9M almost point blank. Look at that. 1.6 kilometers, so that's just exactly a mile. And that gets a splash, and that was the only splash by Tactical Team 66. And Roto, I think, was just not looking. I think maybe he was too busy in comms. What do you think, Banana? Just missed the launch from below?
Well, yeah, sure. You know, we need to say that there is no AWACS here,
No.
right?
It's
So
Mark
it's
1
difficult
eyeballs.
when you're looking up with your radar, and somebody coming from underneath. It's in your blind cone, and you don't see it. And the thing is that F-16, I don't know if it was an F-16 or
It was an F-16 on
I,
F-18, so
yeah.
the blue was F-18,
I
and
have the feeling that after the last update, the data link is a little bit tricky, and doesn't give you the best image or situational awareness as it was, or
well,
it gave you.
so funny thing is, for data sharing, the red team only had the Mirages that were similar platforms. So the F-16 didn't have any data sharing from anybody else. So yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about the blue side. They
Okay.
have a couple of F-16, F-18s, so they could be able to share data.
Mm-hmm.
And the blue pilot got hit from bottom to top, right?
Very hard to
Difficult, a
dodge.
little bit difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, we need to say that there is no AVAX, and it makes everything harder.
Absolutely. Now, we did have a fratter side here as well, so I'm just watching the F-16s on the other screen. They're just coming in for a landing, but I'll stick to the Tacview for a second here. So here's Brainiac. So he fired one R-73 on Anaconda. I think Anaconda has to get MVP for this flight because he just dodged way too many missiles. Now here's where it gets interesting. So Brainiac loses Anaconda. Anaconda's heading for the weeds, and Brainiac comes around, and I think we're going to have a blue, red on red shot here. So there's an R-73 from Brainiac on Rudy. Chases him down and splashes him. And of course, instant karma as soon as that hits. Lucky in a JF-17 spots that smoke and goes for a splash on Brainiac. So that was unfortunate. Now I'm going to pause for just a second here because I think, you know what, we've got aircraft coming in for landing, so I'm going to switch views to that, guys. But and I'll pause back after the reset. We'll take a look at some more of those dogfights. But for now, you're welcome to drop any questions into the chat, and we can rewind and look at those. But for now, I'm just going to go back to our primary screen here, and we're going to watch the landings. From Phoenix Task Force. There you go, there's the two Jeffs.
PTF Mac is saying the threat has a difficult job in this ATO, and it is true. It's true. But yeah, from ATO to ATO, different scenarios, they need to go through all of them.
So they're just on very final. About to touch down, these two Jeffs. Nice formation landing. Absolutely, Pan. It's all about the fog of war.
And they need no smoke winders.
Nope, they're good to go. Good landing. Little parachute pop there. This is Anaconda. This is the guy who is, well, unkillable. Anaconda's the man that Fox 2s can't see. And let's take a look at our bombers. Another beautiful formation landing.
Well done.
Well done, yes, absolutely. Airspeed of 150 knots. They're 300 feet off the ground. Just coming in nicely.
Yeah, the types come in pairs. Make it easier to formation land.
You're absolutely correct. I tried, well, formation landing in a J11 or Su-27 with an F-16. It's a whole different story.
Very hard, yeah.
And look at that. We've got Viper keeping his nose up, just cruising along. He should be bringing it down in just a couple of seconds there. And boom. Beautifully done. Let's do a quick F2 of the winners. So our winners are Viper, Monger Speed, with a nice park job right next to him. There's Anaconda, the man who cannot be splashed by Fox 2s. Gory, who saves his bombs for last. And of course, Lucky, who decided to reposition himself for maximum fanciness. So good work to PTF. Couple of challenging events there for Tactical Team G66. And what I'll do is while these planes are still taxiing out... Oh, the server has reset. There we go. It is done. I'm going to save a copy. You know what? I lost the Tacview, guys, so we'll have to do a rewind and rewatch of that after the fact. I should have saved a copy of that. Alrighty, let me throw up our standby screen. This was from ATO1 last year. And this is the ground attack on some of the tanks. I captured this while we were doing practicing with the RS squad, but this is when you had to take out scuds. Enjoy that while we wait for the service to come back up. And note the proper roll-in using a Z-chart for 45 degrees to put the ground target in your HUD and to roll in on a 45 degree angle, 40 degree angle. And of course, what kind of ground attack would you have if you didn't have a Harrier? Boom, that Scud's seen better days, and we're going to go back to our camera views here. Because the server is up and running, and we've got planes loading up on the runway. Let's get split screen side by side going. And we're going to change our left and right. This time, PTF is flying on the red side. And the goal for PTF is to basically deny the points for Tactical Team 66 now. So that's been all switched over. We're looking good. And let's get the split screens back up and running. So red side, there's Phoenix Task Force in their digital camo. And let's go over to the blue side and find TaktLwG66 as they're already taxiing out. Taking a quick look at Tactical Team 66, they are going to be flying a mix of aircraft. I see 3 F-16s, 1 J-11, 1 Mirage 2000, and an F-18.
Yeah, changing the types is allowed between the rounds.
And there's our rollout. Rodrigo de Freitas, hello from Uruguay. Comrade Stiglitz, mein Kameraden. You should speak German and wish G66 some good luck in German. They are a German team. And so is Zell. I think Zell's German as well, if I'm not mistaken. And guys, let us know if the audio is okay. Alright, here's the F-16 taxiing out on the G66 side. And their F-16s are also nuclear powered. On the Phoenix Task Force side, I see Viper and Monger in their 16s, and I see Lucky getting into a JF-17.
Thanks, Pana, for confirming the audio.
Is it me or those F-16s taxiing really fast on the G66 side? Could just be me.
Yeah, they look a little bit faster than usual. That's okay.
As long as they don't tip over, that's the key thing.
Exactly. Or blast the tires.
Indeed. Oh, there you go. Herr Stiglitz is giving us some proper German stuff, which I will not. Ich duck. Oh, I'm not going to bother. I can't read German. I can't sound that awesome.
Ich drücke den Kollegen von G66 die Daumen.
All right, banana for the win.
Keep the finger crossed for G66.
So guys, while the teams are taxiing out, what I am going to do is I'm going to plug some more Fox 3 MS. Why? Because Fox 3 is awesome. That's their website. If you're watching this stream and you have a team or you want to run a competition, this is the place to go to get yourself servers. A lot of teams which are flying today or teams which are PvE teams only use the service. Fox 3 has added Friday night dogfights, and of course there's the sponsorship for the ACES 22 tournament. Go to the site, check it out, read about the services that are available, about the types of servers you can get. I mean, there's all kinds of packages, you know, so you can go all the way up to like 40 pilots on a server configuration, additional space. Actually, there you go, up to 80 pilots can be hosted on one of the Fox 3 MS servers. And the servers are available both in Europe and in North America, so it's pretty awesome. You can also get custom missions built out, which is pretty cool. And as I mentioned, Luck and the Fox 3 team, they are all DCS pilots. I don't know if Luck has any time to fly DCS planes anymore, but he is a DCS pilot. Let's take a look at the aircraft here and go back to our mission as folks are getting to the runway. But Fox 3 MS, add them to your favorites. Go join their Discord. I'll put a link in the chat, and we'll switch back to our aircraft taxiing out. All right, PTF has a long way to go. Makeup is a very large airbase. And meantime, I'm just going to take the time to look at the tactical team G66's loadout as well. Let's do the loadout inspection. All right, we've got a couple of LGBs here. Now, are LGBs permitted, Banana? Because I thought it was only Mark 82s. Although I did see...
No, you can also take laser-guided bombs.
Right, I think the sharpshooters used LGBs in our AT01 with them last week, so yes,
Correct.
Those are, I believe, GBU 12s on the two F-18s in front. Yes, GBU 12 paveway. There we go.
Yeah. With those targeting pods.
And let's get behind them and take a look at the rest of their team. We've got Brainiac back in the flanker with two R-73s. Right next to him, we've got a few more guys here. Who do we have here? We've got Red Button, F-16, two AIM-9s, three tanks. F-16 in the front, of course, with a couple of bombs. That's OPA. On the Phoenix Task Force side, two AIM-9s on Viper, who is in a Viper. Two on Monger Speed. For some reason, their liveries are not loaded, or maybe didn't have the right livery. I thought I loaded them all up, but there we go. Two AIM-9s on the F-18. And of course, the two JF-17s that are taxiing up to the runway. A little bit of back taxiing action here. And they've got the venerable PL-5s.
Oh, this round we're gonna watch the 66 side for the formation takeoff. They can collect those points.
Good call. There we go. We've got Lucky pulling in the back. Doing a couple of little jobs here, so both I'm communicating to the teams as to their aircraft loadouts, confirming that their loadouts look good, and just also being the peacekeeper amongst everybody until the real battle starts to make sure everybody's coordinated on their takeoffs. So G66 needs to hold for a few more minutes. Alright, I will try to refer to Brainiac as Stunt 2.0 going forwards. Double titles. Good call. Thank you. I'll correct that. Good eye, Pana. And the reason this happens is in... you put little overlays inside of the streaming software for all those logos. I just want to make sure that they look good here. There we go. That looks all right. Good eye, Pana. Thank you. So the last PTF plane is pulling in the back here. Hey, Banana, really interesting thing I'll show you. I don't know if you know about this. Number lock delete key. If you're looking at something and hit it, it'll retarget that aircraft, and all you got to do is push F2. It'll take you right to that aircraft.
Oh.
So, for example, that F-18 in the back. So I'm right now focused on this, and for everybody else who does any recording. Target, hit delete. Now I'm locked onto the F-18. Press F2, and now I'm looking at the F-18.
Interesting. So many shortcuts within DCS.
Yep, secret shortcuts.
Yep. The other day I found something cool I didn't know before with left alt and F4. So it gives you a very beautiful view, and then the camera follows the aircraft and does everything what the aircraft does with a 2-second delay. So it's really like you're sitting in another aircraft following that and have a reflex time to do the same thing.
So I go to the countdown. Fight's on.
Okay, we need to watch the blue side because
You,
they're going to get the
there we go.
formation takeoff points.
Let's get them locked in. And let's see what happens. So their bombers are going in the front. Different strategy from the PTF team.
Okay,
that was synchronized.
Yep.
They're doing a split. I'm going to get back onto the rest of the G66 team. Let's. They're taking off in pairs. Two F-16s. They've got symmetrical loadouts. Time to nose up, boys. There we go. Beautiful nose up. And we're airborne. And then, of course, I wouldn't be Plasma if I didn't watch the J11 take off.
Oh!
They meant to do that.
That was a really risky. With those wingspan, I wouldn't do that.
Hey. I have done this myself more than once. I think if Pan is watching this or Squid, they'll be like, oh yeah, Plasma does that kind of dumb stuff all the time. I mean, not that this was dumb, Brainiac. It was, you meant to do that. This is an intentional move. All right. So there we go. We've got the G66 team up in the air. And let's see what's happening over on the PTF side. G66, meantime, is burning pretty hard. PTF is in the air. PTF is heading for bulls. Staying nice. Whoa. Hang on. Is Lucky missing a canopy?
Yep.
Does that mean he can't go
like
high?
That.
Isn't there a bug in the JF-17?
It doesn't affect. It really doesn't affect the flight characteristic, I would say.
But doesn't the JF-17 without the canopy lose... the pilot blacks out at a certain altitude even if they have a mask? Anybody in the comms know?
I think, yeah, I think. But as long as he's not climbing high, would be no problem.
Right,
I don't know if
Lucky's
it is
showing off.
simulated in JF-17.
Now look at the difference.
Not sure.
Here's the 16 just blasting right for territory in the center here. Okay, let's go Tacview, guys, and let's take a look at this from the Tacview perspective. Real-time telemetry, connect to server. Show me the good stuff. All right. Here's our tanks in the center. And let's take a look at these aircraft inbound. Got Opa in front. Real fast. Mach 1.5. He's heading right for bullseye. And he is 48 kilometers, so about 25 miles from the tanks. On the other hand, the PTF team is further back. Whatever Viper just did, he's going even faster. He's doing Mach 1.8. There's your challenge. Two F-16s are going to meet right in the center. I have a feeling this
in the last round, 66 was rushing into the battle area. But this time they seem to be a little bit slower. They have different tasks.
Yep, they're definitely taking a different approach here.
Yeah, and the bombers are ahead. So
I don't think this is a good call
by. They want to do it quick and dirty.
Oof, I don't think they're going to make it in time. Viper's almost on top of them. There's the first GBU release.
Yep. And it gives signal.
Drop pops flares that they are on their way.
Yeah.
Da Vinci's pulling in from the back. All right, I'm going to go side by side here.
Oh.
There's a bomb locked in on one of the cameras.
Why Viper decides to get back?
I'm not sure what just happened there.
Yeah, I would extend and go for Opa. Okay.
Yeah, I am not sure what's going on. That GBU is looking good, though. There's a second GBU released.
Yeah.
First target is shacked. Wow.
Yep.
All right, let's switch over to the second bomb. Second bomb's coming in. Oh, friendly fire! Monger has just taken out Viper. Red on red. That is not good.
No.
Oh, no, indeed. This is a bad start for PTF.
If he have extended?
Viper should have just blown through, I think, and just started attacking. I think he might have picked up RWR from his tail.
Okay, both targets are hit.
All that the blue team has to do is just to get out of there and land. This is all about survival, right? So this is so they can get some points, but all right, here's Monger speed. I'm gonna lock him in. PL5 from Lucky on PJOT. It's tracking. PL5 is evaded. Lucky's running. Monger speed is coming in. Anaconda is also coming in.
All There's aim 9 on. Oh.
Can
Monger
Lucky make it?
Down button.
Oh.
On the south.
2 splashes side by side. All right, so now
we
PJOT's...
have PJOT on Monger.
Now Monger has guns only.
It's a merge.
Monger's trying to get on a 6. He's got an F5 going.
He got the lead.
He should be able to get some shots here.
Was close. 16 is fast. So
now hopefully there's a friend
always a problem
to help him out. I see another splash in the air. Let's stick to this dogfight. There's hits. All right, Monger.
Actually, DaVinci should come back and help, but for whatever reason, he didn't see. And he was flying in the other direction. Now turns back to the Monger. We're going to have a merge here, too.
DaVinci still has a Fox 2.
Oh.
Monger's guns only. What just happened?
Someone is smoking.
Somebody just hit the ground. All right, Monger is settling in on DaVinci's 6 o'clock. This is not good for DaVinci. There you go. Monger is locked in on his 6 o'clock. Coming in hot with guns.
Hornet on Mirage. It's difficult.
Oh, there's hits.
Wow.
The Mirage is down. White smoke. Tail is gone. Nose cone is gone. Wow. Good fight. Good fight.
Mirage is very agile. And very small. So hard to hit.
Alright, so here's how we're looking. Monger has just cleared off 3 targets. And now he is in pursuit of the F-16 and the F-18 by the rules of the match. Let's get this up on the screen. Monger should not be RTBing, I believe, right? He should be chasing these guys down if possible. Or is it too late? Did they leave the bubble?
Yeah, I think they left the bubble, and I don't think that he can catch up. So it doesn't matter if he comes back to the base or just drop off the server.
Yeah, he might as well disconnect at this point. You're right.
Yeah, he can. It's about 52 nautical miles between them, so I don't think he's gonna make them. I would try if he has the fuel.
He put up a really great show. Really great show.
Yeah. Yeah, he disconnects now from the server. And we can watch the formation landing. Exactly.
Let's see if I can get a small Tacview going here on the side. Okay, Tacview. Let's lock in the formation landing on these guys. And to the corner. And meantime, let's rewind the fight and figure out what just happened here. Alright, man, hopefully you can see my screen here.
I can.
It kind of fitting. That's kind of covering everything up, isn't it?
That's fine.
I'd like to move it over just a little bit here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So here's the GBU 12 drop. And here's Viper. So Viper's coming in just blazing right at OPA. OPA drops his GBU. That was a very long range launch from OPA. 14 kilometers, so 7-mile drop. But Viper...
You know what I assume? The Viper thought that it is a fire, a missile fire on him. Look at Opa.
The flares here?
At the moment that he drops the bomb, he flares. Viper thinks this is a missile fire.
That it's
right?
a Fox 2 launch on him, yep.
Exactly. So it goes into the dive and change the path.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I think that's exactly what happened.
And it starts flaring and going to defense.
And now here's the funny thing.
This is what the others didn't count with.
And Monger at this point sees the flares from Viper and thinks that he is about to get flanked. And he thinks
Monger's on the F-18. They should data link, so they should see each other as friendly.
Absolutely. But in our fight in Tact, we had Finch in an F-18, and he shot down an F-16 just like this in the back and owed him a keg of beer. So, very similar situation. But I think, literally, I mean, if you look over the targets, right, here comes a plane that's dropping flares, and all of a sudden he's flying towards your aircraft. So Monger probably thought that this was a hostile.
Yeah, because he turned back again. Also, so the movement was suspicious.
Yep.
But you should communicate here.
Yep.
I would say lack of communication.
And then, so G66 really pulled it out in this match. Very impressive work by them. Here's a second GBU drop. And look at that, the guys are just coming in. Just follow up. Nope, no need to shoot. Gotta get rid of the labels here. Lucky comes through, fires a Fox 2. Oh no. That can't be on Monger, could it? Nope. Lucky blows through after firing that missile, but by this point PJOT is already on him. It's an F-16 on a JF-17. Fox 2. Despite the flares, the AIM-9
and reaches out and catches.
Now, meanwhile...
Yeah, the blue is so confident that they sent their bombers to land, you know, they RTB immediately.
Well, the other important thing is that by landing, they do get those extra points. So in the rules, I was reading those, as soon as the bombers are done with their job, they can actually get out of the circle.
That is true. But killing the enemy, I don't know, 15 points is for a bandit kill?
Yes.
So it's more than, it's actually the same as you land, right? But why go for the harder task when you get the points with a simpler one?
Absolutely. Speaking of that, the F-16 and the F-18 are just coming in on a Napa from the coast in formation. Come on. Give me a good angle here.
It's going to be hard. F-18, lower stall speed. F-16 needs to be a bit faster to land.
They look pretty good though.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. They can keep the speed. They're 165 knots. It is well for F-16. It's a little bit too fast for F-18. They're down to 156 knots. 150.
Very close.
151.
Oh, look at that, right on the edge. Beautifully done.
Yeah. They met in the
F-18
middle.
is down. Did they deserve the points there? I think that was close enough. I think that was within
Absolutely,
2 seconds.
absolutely. Especially because of the different types. Well done.
Great landing. While they taxi out, I'm going to assume that they're not going to crash. They are not plasma. So while that's happening, I'm just going to go back to the Tacview here real quick. So we saw that splash of the JF-17 when PJOT got onto his 6 o'clock and sent the missile up his tailpipe. And I just want to look at this fight over here. Now, why is my Tacview kind of in the corner there? There we go. So this is actually a really interesting fight before we lose Tacview here, before we lose the stream. So this is a JF-17 diving on a J-11. They exchange missiles. They both flare out. And the missiles fly by. Brainiac, aka Stunt, goes over the top and then comes back right at Anaconda. And so here's the question. Who's going to survive? Anaconda or...
the last second roll of J11 saved him. Just did an aileron roll this last second.
No, he takes the on the merge. He takes the PL5 to the face on the second one.
Yeah, I mean the last engagement.
Oh, the previous one. Yep.
Flew into each other exactly.
Now I think at this point maybe Brainiac didn't have any flares left
anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The flanker should have a ton of flares, but oh, but look at that. He's falling out of the sky. He fires some guns. But at this point, Da Vinci has resorted and came around, so there was definitely comms. Boom, yeah. And then we end up with a dogfight situation here. And this is Monger with his guns. There you go, there's the rounds hitting the F-16. Da Vinci comes in from the side.
Look at those gun rays.
So 4 kilometers. Let's get them recentered again. F-18 pulls some fancy alpha. Da Vinci really tries, but Monger gets it done. And it's over, everybody. At this point, hopefully the server keeps running so we can keep the Tacview going. But the teams have now disconnected from the server. And all we have is a tire. Where the tanks used to be. There's our blown out tanks. This was ATO1, ACES 22, G66 versus Phoenix Task Force. Great fight. And
definitely.
Banana, thank you very much for helping out.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, I think it's always more fun when there's two of us going at it.
Absolutely.
How can I see that static object? There we go. So I think the sandbags really didn't help out this T-72. And I think both teams had a really good set of flights.
Yeah. No chance against laser-guided bombs. So they're precise and they're always, yeah, they hit the point, right?
They definitely hit, and very different strategies too. So on one side you had the PTF bombers coming in the back. On the other side you had the G66 bombers in the front. I think each team tried their best. There was some. I think there was definitely communication breakdowns. I don't know if we'll get a interview going, but
Mm-hmm.
actually, no, Banana. Let's ask real quick if the guys want to, if anybody wants to talk about this.
Yeah, sure.
Let's take a look at the Aces chat, see who we have in there. Just dropping a couple of questions, see if they want to jump in and debrief. And while we're waiting to hear from them, I'll just replay the Tacview here for everybody to watch on the screen. And yes, that's the beauty of Tacview Advanced. You can real-time connect and enjoy the show in 3D and watch all the performances, all the activities, all the missile launches. Phoenix is definitely kaput. Yeah, no, the Phoenix... yeah, the Phoenix and the F-14 are in trouble. I've seen it do some weird things, guys. Banana, I'm not getting too much feedback from anybody. I think we're... I think
Hello,
that's
guys.
it. Oh, hey!
Hey there.
There we go.
Well done, guys.
We've got the team back together. We've got on board with us, for those who are still on the stream, we've got Gory from PTF and Godfather from G66.
Hey.
Hey, hey. Great show, guys.
Hi,
Great
guys.
show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just streaming the Tacview from the second round. But maybe just feedback on the first round. How did it go from both sides? Any thoughts, feelings, emotions?
Well,
Yeah, I
first
think
of
it
all,
was.
yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead. No problem.
Okay, yeah, first of all, good fight for both rounds. I think my team was a bit surprised that you delayed the bombers. We were looking for the bombers and unsure, we were expecting the F-18s to carry the bombs, and didn't expect them to join the fight. We stacked up in height, and you fenced out in the horizontal plane. And I think at the beginning we had a quite even fight, even with a good kill from our side. But then things turned. We got a red on red, and then I think you won this, and you deserved this. It was a really good fight. And then I think for your bombing guys, it was quite an easy run to just go in and collect the points. So good fight.
Yeah, thank you.
And what about on the PTF side? What was the strategy? Was it to bring in the bombers late and have them sneak in?
Yeah, from our side, that was the plan to go late and just flank from little late and try to maybe surprise them or try to sneak in so they can find me. I think they didn't able to find us. At least they didn't able to find me, but I'm not sure about Predator, Viper. I mean.
No. So we had no eyes on the bombers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bombers were off to the north, Godfather, so they kind of I don't know if you can still see my screen here. I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to try the John Madden experience here that Prez made really popular. So, of course, this is a screenshot of the second match, but what happened is the PTF Bombers, they flanked north. They did this loop over to the north and came in from the north side. And I wish I could redraw this. I don't have the Tacview, but from memory, PTF had 4 ship inbound towards the center on you guys, and then they did a split. 118 went north, one JF17 went south, and your group just kind of pushed right in the center, and then it just turned into craziness. That's what I remember from the first fight.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I caught it. We were hoping by sticking in height that we would be able to answer to any height that would be approaching us, and also to be fast. And I think we managed to be quite fast. So I think we were around about above bullseye when PTF engaged us. So we did have the positional advantage, but we were not able to bring this advantage to win then.
Well, you know what? So PTF had a secret weapon, and the secret weapon was Anaconda. We were watching what happened. Anaconda survived, I believe, 4 or 5 missiles, and you guys can watch that in the Tacview debrief. Or if anybody in the chat was counting, if you drop it into the chat here. But yeah, Anaconda was very, very lucky. He had launches from 4 of your aircraft, G66, and nothing hit. And I think
I believe it was not only luck, but he was also lucky. Yeah.
Did Anaconda make it home?
Yeah, he done the formation landing. Anaconda, you need to use the PTT, push to talk.
Yeah, he knows. Maybe he is not able to talk right now.
Okay. Yeah, Anaconda done the formation landing also. If you see 2 JFs was landing.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I no possible speak. I mute. Sorry.
No problem, Anaconda.
No problem.
¿Qué decían, Flamen?
No, Anaconda, I was saying that, well, Gory confirmed that you did land, so you were one of the 2 JF-17s, and I was telling G66 that you were the secret weapon of PTF because you were unkillable. You had some sort of like anti-heat-seeking paint on your airplane. No missile was wanting to kill you.
Very difficult to understand.
I can
Yeah,
translate.
I think
and then...
Monger will translate for you.
Yeah. Dime.
¿Qué ha dicho?
Que eso, que te has lanzado mucho y que has esquivado mucho. Y eso te preguntan, sin más. O sea, que te has lanzado mucho y que has esquivado muchos misiles.
Yes, I play your War Thunder.
There you go, G66. There's your answer. He's got War Thunder protection.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Nice.
Actually,
Well,
Anaconda is the champion of War Thunder and IL2 Sturmovik. He have a lot of wins and trophies there, so experience matters also.
Yeah, indeed. In the first merge, he did a aileron roll while flaring, and then exactly at the time that the missile reaches him, so it was very helpful. But in the other scene, I think he had also a little bit of luck.
Yeah, always. Luck is always a factor.
now for the second flight, hopefully nobody restarts the server, so I just wanted to keep this going because Tacview is still live, so this is awesome. So I've got it up on the screen, and I think if you guys look at the stream, you should be able to see my... let me just change my whole screen so I can share my entire screen for you guys, and we can maybe have a quick chat. And any questions from the viewers who are still in chat about the second match, because we can ask the folks right away. So there we go. You should be able to see my screen with the Tacview up.
Yes.
So this was a beautiful ingress, and I don't know, Gory, what happened with Viper? That was our question, because he was a rocket ship, and then he did something very unusual.
I don't know. I think he didn't able to find any target in the front, and he thought that maybe they are near in front of him. So he just turned cold. I think that was a little bit issue, turning cold in front of your friendlies without a wax. So he, I think, paid the price there.
So Banana had a really interesting idea here. So this was Opa, and hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And Banana, ask Godfather, maybe this is exactly what happened. Because check this out, guys. This is actually
Yeah,
pretty
I think
interesting.
Opa did the right thing. He just drops the bomb and quickly flares out because he sees that the bandit is coming towards him and at any point of time can fire Fox 2. And I think at that moment Viper thought, he's flaring and he has just dropped something. It could be a missile. So I go also in the flare out and then I dive to just evade that missile because he was not ready to fire probably or far away and he thought it's too late to fire. So I go defensive. And I think that was the scene because you see here the flares go out and all of a sudden Viper goes in the defensive. He waits a little bit, see if he can have a solution on him. We are not in the cockpit. We don't know exactly. We can only assume, right?
Yep.
But this is what we thought. And then
Yeah,
you come
basically,
back to your friends. You don't say anything. Maybe you don't communicate, or you communicate, but you don't know where you're exactly. There's no AVAX. Distance is very short. Data link updates very badly at the moment, and red on red happens.
Yeah, Monger was really in the mood to splash everybody.
Yeah.
Dory. He was
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna
yeah.
kill everybody. So he's like,
I was
first.
radar off. I was radar off, just visually.
Yeah, he got the
Yeah,
damage
he saw
both
red.
today.
Yeah. For
He
me,
saw
I had
totally
one-
red.
Yeah. I was 1v9 over there.
And Godfather,
Yeah, but basically-
really good drop by Pjot as well here. Or was it Pjot who dropped it? No.
no, me was the second one.
Oh, it was
So,
you. It was you. Yes. Very good drop. Just beautiful work.
So basically our tactic worked out. So our idea was, fast in, fast out for the air to ground guys, and to make some noise. And actually the noise making worked out beautifully. So our intention was to flare as much as possible in our dive in a very safe position for us. And to be honest, I had Viper visually, and I was like, oh my god, is it working? Can I get enough space for my drop, as well as for the laser to point to the target? But then I saw him diving down and flaring, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, worked out. So somehow he got scared and he turned away. And then I had all the room in the world to just drop my bomb, to do my dive, and then get the fuck out.
No, this was very nicely done. High altitude, very different approach. I will be very stereotypical. I will call this German efficiency. Plink, and you're out. Whereas PTF bomb drops were more emotional. They got close. They got passionate. They did a few runs.
We're just looking for the kill.
Yeah. But I think
we call
this
it Sauber plasma.
Salva.
Sauber.
It's clean, yes.
Clean.
Yeah. It means very well done.
Now, this also helped out here by Monger shooting on Viper. This really cleared the path for you because I think Viper was turning in to target whoever was coming in, and yeah, that was unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had some problems. One of our guys had some issues with his hardware, so he was only partly taking part in the fight. But the others, I think, did a quite good job. So we got a few kills.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely had a couple of
this time
kills.
around, we had a better situational awareness than the last round or the first round.
Yeah, the Anaconda survived again here. He got avenged by Da Vinci, but Brainiac would not surrender. His Su-27 J11 falling out of the sky. He's still shooting guns on him.
He never does.
And some very nice dogfights. I think in the first match, I think I would give MVP to Anaconda for just being able to survive all the Fox 2s, and in this one, despite the friendly fire, I would give Monger the challenge points, because first he had to fight an F-16, then he had to fight a Mirage. Good work. Yeah. How were the comms during the dogfights? Were you guys cheering on, or were you on the G66? Were you just like, you just keep them occupied, we're going home?
You're talking to me.
No, we were already safe. So I mean, as soon as we turned cold, we were pretty fast. We knew that we would be safe there, and we'd just leave it to the other guys. So we just shut up and let the other guys do the comms. And as I said, from what I've heard, the SA, the situational awareness was a lot better than the first round, and the guys at least knew who they were fighting. I mean, we've just seen it in Tacview that the position was not really good. So we had a lot of guys behind us, but in the end, only one of the Reds survived. So yeah, it might have worked out as well for us.
Yeah, on our side, it's Flamingo and Anaconda was killing and updating us. So that's what we could do, only listening them what they are doing.
Yeah, things turned around. There's a couple of really good shots and really good fights here from Monger, and this was actually you guys can all watch the Tacview afterwards, but we were impressed by this double merge that we saw, and we're just wondering who's going to survive. Is it going to be Brainiac or Anaconda? And turns out Anaconda's plane is still covered with the anti-F Fox 2 defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a great set of fights, guys, and it was an honor to be a part of this. And thank you, PTF, for hosting it, G66 for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ju. Thank you, Ju.
And
Sorry
Banana,
for
thank you
me.
for helping.
Yes, and thank you, PTF, for the good fight. Thank you for the stream, Plasma, and see you next time.
Yeah, same. Thank you. Keep
Thank
flying.
you, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for your great work, Plasma and Banana.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Okay,
And
guys.
tomorrow
Okay.
we're gonna see some also cool fight, I think.
Yeah, are you going to stream it or?
Yeah, we're gonna have sharpshooters versus In Sky tomorrow, and I'm gonna stream that on Twitch. So we're gonna
Okay,
send the
okay.
links around, and yeah, gonna be a
Plasma,
cool
we
match,
also
I
have a
believe.
match. Banana will be flying, so maybe you can stream that
I
on
I
Saturday.
think I'm going to stream the Sunday one, right?
Yeah. Because
Banana, there
will
you
be
go.
flying.
I'll keep the camera focused on you, Banana. Don't crash. All right. Well, we'll see everybody up in the air in Aces tomorrow. Banana, over to you for tomorrow, and fly safe, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good night
guys.
and
Okay, good
day.
luck.